everyone, I am Jenny Dudek, and this is my husband Dan, and tonight we are going to read you a winter story. It's not really a winter story, I don't have any winter books, but we're going to read you our favorite, well, my favorite book in the winter time. So this book is called When a Monster is Born, and a little backstory is, before we were even married, my very firstborn nephew and I went to Borders, an old bookstore. It's kind of like Barnes & Noble. And we went down to the children's level, and he picked this book out for me when he was probably 4 years old, and I absolutely loved it. So then when we got married and we got pregnant for the first time with our daughter Alyssa, Dan bought me this book, and this is why I love it. It's got a lot of meaning behind it. So I hope you enjoy it as much as we do. Okay, so...
Yes, we'll start reading. When a monster is born... When a monster is born...
I can turn the page.
There are two possibilities. Either it's a faraway in the forest monster, or it's an under-your-bed monster. Okay, if it's a faraway in the forest monster, well, that's that. But if it's an under-your-bed monster, there are two possibilities. It either eats you, or you make friends and take it to school.
I don't know if we should show pictures. Want to see pictures? See what a fun monster this is?
Him eating you. Let's hope he doesn't do that.
Or, can you imagine taking a monster to school with you? Wouldn't that be so much fun? Okay, we're going to turn the page.
Okay, you want to read one?
Yes. Okay. If it eats you, that's that. But if you take it to school, there are two possibilities. Either it sits quietly, does its homework, and becomes the first monster to play for the school basketball team, or it eats the principal.
That's Mr. Flatley.
What do you think about that?
Okay, if it sits quietly, well, that's that. But if it eats the principal, there are two possibilities. Either it growls yummy and dances boogie woogie, or it growls sorry and walks off through the wall.
If it dances boogie woogie, that's that. But if it walks off, there are two possibilities. Either it sits in the park and scratches its head, or it takes a deep breath and sets off for the faraway forest.
Okay, if it sits in the park, well, that's that. But if it sets off for the faraway forest, there are two possibilities. Either it finds an expensive hotel on the way and decides to sleep in it, or it goes around the back of the hotel, finds a broken umbrella, and decides to sleep under that.
That's a really little umbrella, actually. It might be hard to sleep under that umbrella. If it sleeps in the expensive hotel, that's that. But if it sleeps under the umbrella, there are two possibilities. Either a kitchen girl comes out and tips a saucepan of porridge over the monster's head, or the kitchen girl notices the monster and stops in her tracks. What do you think? Do you think she's gonna have a crush on the monster or hit him? We're gonna have to find out.
Okay, if the kitchen girl tips porridge over the monster's head, that's that. But if the kitchen girl stops in her tracks, there are two possibilities. Either the monster gives her the fright of her life, roar, and she runs off shouting, help, 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 or the monster gives her a rose, and they fall in love. Yuck!
If the girl runs off shouting, help, 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 that's that. But if they fall in love, there are two possibilities. Either she kisses the monster and it turns into a handsome young man, or it kisses her and she turns into a monster.
If the monster turns into a handsome young man, well, that's that. But if the girl turns into a monster, there are two possibilities. Either the monster says, Oh, you look horrible now. Or the monster says, look, I'm a monster. You're a monster. Let's get married. Nice couple. Very handsome.
Very cute.
Very handsome.
If the monster says, "Arr!" that's that. But if the monster says, let's get married, there are two possibilities. Either the two of them live happily together and have a baby monster, or they eat each other.
Plot twist. Okay, if they eat each other, well, that's that. But if they have a baby monster, there are two possibilities. Either it's a far away in the forest monster, or it's an under your bed monster. Yeah.
That's the end. What did you guys think? I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it's a cute little storybook, and it might be young for some of you, but it's still a fun story. We like it, and we're older. So,
Yeah.
have a good night, and thanks for joining us.